Hello, guys. Good morning. Hello. How are you? How are you guys? Welcome to my YT channel. My name is Wangeli Wadoni, and today is a brand new day. Please make sure if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe by clicking that subscribe button. And please, if you do like my content, make sure that you give me a thumbs up, and I'll appreciate every bit of it. Thank you and welcome on board. So, guys, today I'm going to talk about something very special and unique and something that happened to me, and I'm going to show you the difference between me when I was born again and when I was not born again and now that I am born again. What are some of the things that changed in me? What are some of the things that changed in me? And I'm going to take you step by step, yes, and show you the benefit of being born again. And one thing, I don't regret getting born again. I don't regret becoming a Mokorino. I don't regret any bit of my life that has changed, because my change coming to God is my life. It's me. It's my life. I found myself. And let me go to this direct to my topic. So, guys, the first thing that has changed in me is that, one, I am more stress free. I'm stress free. When I was not born again, I used to be so stressed up by everything. I was into relationships that were not working out. I was into a lot of things that were not working out. My academics was stress to me because I was really struggling to like grasp everything because I had too much in my mind, and trying to add an extra thing into it was such a hassle. Yeah, trying to add an extra thing was such a hassle. So I was still struggling with my education. I was struggling with myself. That is my purpose and identity. Who am I? I could go to the dance hall, dance all night, and in the morning I'm crying, asking myself, is this all there is to life for me? So when I came to salvation, the first thing was I discovered myself. Who am I? The first thing I discovered was I am a child of God. I am a child of God. And as a child of God, all I need to do is to commit everything in my life to God. And that was one of the things that made me be stress free. Previously, I used to handle everything like a human being. I used to handle everything by myself. It is me, it is my life. I'm handling every single bit of it. But when I got born again, I learned to release everything to God and let God take control. And then I was able to discover myself. I discovered that I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an inspirational book writer. Yes, I used to write books, but not books. I used to write articles, but I used to write lab articles, like scenario lab articles. And it never occurred to me that I could write an inspirational book. But when I got into salvation, I realized that I was inspired, I was getting inspired to write books, inspirational books. I have come up with several quotes, and I don't know, but I just got inspired to write quotes and write books and write. Sometimes I look at my work and I'm like, what was I thinking was when I was writing this? How did this come? Like, it's completely new knowledge to me, and I also like I'm also learning from what is written. So it's not really me, but it's God in me. And something else is I've become more confident with myself. Back then I used to be a people pleaser and a attention seeker. I have become now more confident with myself. I don't try to please somebody. I don't try to do things in order to seek attention. I do what I know is right and what I feel that I should be doing. Back then I used to like try to fit in to people and into groups, because especially when you're in campus, there are these groupings of people who are from these, people who do this, people who, so I was like I was a people pleaser, and in the process, I kind of lost myself. Now I know that I really don't have to please anybody. As long as I know what I'm doing is right, that is enough. As long as I know that what I'm doing is according to the will of God, then as long as I know what I'm doing is according to the will of God, then that is enough. So I don't try to please people, and that has enabled me to gain more confidence in myself, and it has enabled me to work more on myself more than working on people, trying to please people. Yeah. There's something else that changed in me was my academic. Like, I used to struggle academically. I used to like really to struggle a lot academically because there's somebody who told me this. When the mind of a young person is filled with so many issues, like especially relationship issues, what happens is they tend to control the mind of that young person. And what happens when you add extra things like academic, which have to be forced into, it becomes hard for that person to grasp what you're trying to say or what you're trying to add. They may want to, but you find that the mind is already occupied by something else, so it becomes a hassle for them. Yeah. So for me, my mind was already occupied by a lot of things, so academic was something else that was being like forced into, and it was really hard for me. But when I got born again, I remember the first exam I did. God, kwa God hakunanga hasara. I tell you, my people, if you're born again, usiwahi regret kwa God. Okay, I remember the first exam I did after I got born again. Previously, I used to get, let's say, average. Like, I used to get average. Let me just say, I used to get average. But when I got born again, I couldn't even believe my transcript. Remember, that time is a time, okay, I will share with you this story sometime to come. It's a time that I was going through mental transition, and my mind was unstable, in that I could really struggle even to read like a word. I was really struggling. I could like take like almost 10 minutes to read. But every time I went to study, like do my personal study, there's this grace that I could get. I would be able to connect, understand everything that I was reading, and I could put it in my mind. I couldn't forget. Miraculously, I don't know, but any other thing that I could try and read, I was really struggling to read it. Especially maybe from my phone, I was really struggling because also my eyes, there was a way I couldn't see things clearly. Yes, naona, but there's a bit, I can't be able to explain it, but there's a bit like my eyes were a bit somehow closed. I don't know how to explain it, but I couldn't like see things clearly and I could struggle. But every time I used to go and study, I could have this great connection with what I was doing. To an extent, I'm like, okay. So I was to my results. And guess what, guys? I scored A's in every single unit I was doing that semester. And I was like, hey, kama kwa Mungu uko hivi, I surrender. I surrender. And I don't know how I could thank God enough, because I was so much grateful to God. And ever since then, my transcripts zilikuwa zinagonga hizo ma A's, na nikianguka sana napata B. But it didn't take my own effort. The first thing that God did to me was erase everything else that was in my mind. And that was what I'm telling you. I was going through a mental transition. What was in my mind was being removed to replace it with what God wanted to be in my mind. Yeah, and it was not something easy. It took me time, but with time I have enjoyed the fruit of that pain that I had to go through in the mental transition. So in the same way, when you let your mind be occupied by a lot of things, then the most important things in your life, you'll actually miss out on them. Yeah, it's simple as that. So what God did was he had to first erase everything that was in my mind and put new things into my mind. And that's why I was trying to connect things and not connecting them. But with time, I was able to connect. And right now, if you read my first book, In the Promise, I have written those aspects of spiritual wilderness. In the wilderness, I'd written about faith and patience in the promise, how it was for me waiting for all that time, how painful it was, what I had to go through and all that. And yeah, that was something that changed in me. My academics performance, it changed a lot. Something else that changed, my dressing style. Yes, my dressing style changed. Oh, so if you check out my current dressing style, and you check out my previous dressing style, I'll give you two different accounts. These are, you can go check out on Facebook or Instagram. I think Instagram is still there. Maria Nefat Sasha. Maria Nefat. Nefat is my dad's name. Sasha. Sasha is a name I don't know where it came from. Sijui ilitoka wapi, nilikuwa najiita Sasha. And then when I got born again, people were saying Sasha is a demonic name. I don't know. Maria Nefat Sasha. And check out Lucy Wangedi on Facebook or Instagram. Wangedi Modoni on Instagram, Facebook, check out Lucy Wangedi, and you see the different dressing styles. So the first thing I'll say about my dressing style, before then I was nilikuwa na dress very improper, and I was exposing too much of myself. As I told you, I was a people pleaser. So like my friends dressed this way, wewe ni nani? Una dress kama wow. So you know you are kirende and all that. So I used to dress really pathetic. And I wasn't really happy about it, but by then I thought I was happy about it. And enyewe vitu zingine ni Mungu huchenja. Some things it's only God who can change. I remember when God changed my dressing style. It was when I got born again on a Sunday. On Tuesday I was going to help my mom at work, and nikavaa trouser fulani hapo. It was the most decent trouser I had. Yeah, it was the most decent trouser I had. And venye nilivaa, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt shy. I felt like hapana. I felt like hata siwezi tembea nayo. So nikatoa, and I had 3 maxi dresses. I had only 3 maxi dresses, na ndo nilianza nazo. And from that day, sijaiva trouser, sijaiva any other dress that is not decent. So, and how is that makes, okay, for me, dressing this way makes me feel more comfortable with myself, makes me feel more beautiful, actually feel more beautiful than I was back then. Because back then, I used also to use a lot of makeup on myself. Okay, it's not bad to use makeup. I still use makeup sometimes. I actually have a makeup kit, yeah? I use the Kiss Beauty and all that, but I don't use it all the time. Like today, I didn't do any makeup, so but I don't use it more all the time. But I feel so beautiful. I feel like, I feel like I'm on heaven. I feel like, yeah, this is me. I don't even need to like try to force myself to be somebody I'm not. But then I used to do a lot of makeup because of trying to find confidence. But ever since I got born again, I found that my own confidence from within, and God gave me confidence, and I was able to appreciate myself. So there is a lot of things that changed in me, but that is just a bit of it. And then maybe something else I can say that has changed is I've become more self-conscious. So I've become more self-conscious. Back then I used to do things shagarabagara, shagarabagara. That word. I used to do things just for the sake of doing them, but today I do things with a plan. I know what is it that I want. What do I want? How I need to work on myself. How do I work on myself? How do I build myself as a person? Back then, those things didn't even bother me, but today they do. And also something else I would not like to forget is that I've become more prayerful than I used to be. Actually, I wasn't prayerful back then, but now I've become more prayerful and have learned the importance of praying and committing every aspect of my life to God. Yeah. So I don't know where you are. Maybe you're born again and you think maybe salvation is not your thing, or maybe you're not born again and you feel like maybe I want to come to salvation. The first thing I'll tell you one thing: kwa God hakuna hasara. Kwa God hakuna hasara. And before I even tell you this, you see this on my head? It's a turban. It's a turban. And this is my beauty. For me, it's okay. I'll tell you the story behind it and why I had it on my head. Actually, that should be in my next video. This is a turban. I'm a Mukorino by choice. I'm a Mukorino by choice. I wasn't born in the Akorino, but I'm a Mukorino by choice. And this has changed a lot in me. And back then I used to really be unsettled, but this imenifanya nikuwe settled bana. Imenifanya nikuwe settled, and maybe I can't be able to explain to you right now, but in my next video I'm going to explain to you how it has helped me to be settled. Yeah, in my next video. So make sure that you subscribe and like so that you can get recommended when I post the next video. The next video I'm going to tell you all about this turban, how I tied it, why I tied it, and all that, and why I say that it has really helped me settle. It's something that I love and I feel so much comfortable in, and I don't regret making the decision to have it on me. Yeah. So I was telling you, kwa God hakunanga hasara. And if you are 50-50 like I was, kwa God hakuna hasara. Get it from me. And if you want to a one-to-one talk, holler me. Call me. Yeah, call me. Call me by inboxing me on my Facebook page. You can inbox me on Instagram, and I'll just get time and we'll talk. Yeah, we'll have a one-to-one talk, and I'll show you that kwa God hakuna hasara. I'm a living testimony of God. Kwa God hakuna hasara. And listen to guys, guess what? I graduated. Yes, guys, I graduated. I actually celebrating 3 years in salvation, and I'm actually celebrating my graduation. I think it was last week. Yeah, I did celebrate my graduation. I think I'll post a clip maybe sometime soon of the graduation, and I thank God for this fun. Get it from me. Kwa God hakunanga hasara. Kwa God hakuna hasara. And if you want to discover yourself, you want to discover your purpose, you want to discover good things in your life, who you are, what you want to do with your life, you want to discover the better aspect of you, for God, run to God, and He will help you discover that. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for staying on board. I appreciate every bit of second that you have spent here. Thank you, and I pray for the best. I pray that God may help you grow connected to Him, and help you also discover who you are, and help you discover the benefits of staying in Christ. Till next time, my name is Ongeri Modoni. Baraka.